Sister Wives, the 8 worst things Kody's said about Meri ranked, before and after their split. Hey lovely viewers. Welcome to my Two's Gossip channel. Sister Wives star Kody Brown is never very nice to Meri. He's said some terrible things about her, before and after their dramatic split. Sister Wives patriarch Kody Brown isn't very nice to Meri Brown, and some of his comments about her are extremely offensive. He doesn't seem to understand that men shouldn't talk about women that way, especially when they've given birth to their children. However, unless he's discussing his queen, Robyn Brown, Kody veers between passive-aggressive and openly mean-spirited. There's really no in-between. He surely learned the art of passive-aggressive manipulation from Ysabel and Robyn. However, the overt meanness is all his own. Kody, who's been channeling Darth Vader for years now, seems to believe that Meri deserves the very worst that he can dole out, but Sister Wives Season 18 fans might disagree. His attempts to paint Meri as a lesser human being are probably designed to make him look good. When he goes low, he doesn't achieve that goal. In fact, he shows the world that his attitude destroyed the Brown family's plural marriage. Off-screen, Meri's a single woman, and her recent weight loss transformation is proof positive that leaving Kody was the best thing she could do. Nonetheless, his rude remarks may sting. Sister Wives Season 18's Kody has done a lot to Meri, but feels that she cheated on him. She did, but Meri had her reasons. Nonetheless, he was willing to forgive it all for the sake of a few chewy and delectable sweet treats. His heart softened when Meri gifted him a tempting array of Rice Krispies treats, one for every year that they'd been married. That was thoughtful, and although he weakened due to the gesture, it ultimately wasn't enough to make him stay with her. Yes, technically she left, but really, he checked out eons ago. Meri shouldn't have been baking for this man. He had to be told by Robyn to give Meri a s'mores during a family barbecue. Robyn loudly whispered that Kody should take a s'mores to Meri, who overheard the entire conversation. It ended up being yet another moment of total humiliation. This brutal diss calls to mind the morose Pink Floyd rock anthem, Another Brick in the Wall. In fact, Kody might as well be singing, all in all, you're just another brick in the wall. When he said that the writing was on the wall, he was referring to the fact that his relationship with Meri was doomed. He unleashed his point of view during the whole Sister Wives barndominium debacle. He left Meri feeling insulted after asking her to live in an as-yet imaginary barn with a loft. He wanted to store his motorbikes, and Meri, there isn't much more that can be said about this. The negativity speaks for itself. Kody has a somewhat perverse habit of trying to get a rise out of Meri under the guise of trying to mend fences with her. The barndominium situation is a shining example of just how boorish Kody can be. By making Meri feel as unimportant as an unused possession, he shares his real feelings. All the while, he pretends to be concerned about her. This is classic Kody, and indefensible. When he does this stuff, it's hard to see his side or support him. He's just being cruel. This zinger from Kody really highlights the fact that he's no gentleman. With Robyn, Kody behaves decently, but if she crossed him, he'd probably turn on her too. Robyn's learned how to handle the patriarch, who may not be such a prize. Robyn knows that she can't be too harsh. She gets better results by using her powerful weapons, tears, the aforementioned passive aggression, and feminine wiles. Kody simply can't resist Robyn's allure, and he's talked about needing to hide their romantic tension from Meri. As he gushes about Robyn, he rakes Meri over the coals, such as when he crudely confessed that he can't be in love with her. On screen and off, Kody's fighting a public relations war, and he doesn't hesitate to throw Meri under the bus. He's been doing that for years. However, everyone who's watched the new season has seen Kody at his most unhinged. He's unraveled on screen, while blaming everyone but himself for his problems. He's shown some weaknesses that are in stark contrast to the alpha male image he tries to promote. So, his war of attrition on his unloved former brides isn't really hitting home. As Kody tries to win his divorces, he loses. In light of all she'd endured, Christine Brown exited quite gracefully, but Kody couldn't muster up the same type of decency. He was too paranoid and bitter. With Janelle Brown, he dangles carrots this season, trying to tempt her into staying, but his heart isn't in it. That's painfully obvious to her and everyone. With Meri, he doesn't bother with incentives. Instead, he prefers to degrade her further, such as when he asked her to live in a converted barn with his cast-off possessions. No, he can't be in love with her. That's fine, people love who they love. They should be with the ones with love. However, the real issue here is that Kody seems to enjoy humiliating Meri. Is this payback for the unfortunate sister-wives catfishing scandal that rocked their relationship and led to its years-too-late demise? Maybe so. Again, a better man would have forgiven Meri for this indiscretion, as she was just lonely. Anyone could see that. Why was she lonely? Well, because Kody was all about Robyn. Meri was effectively trapped in a polygamous situation with no way out. Women aren't supposed to leave. They're supposed to obey. Luckily, off-screen, Meri is doing well, despite Kody's cringe and all-too-public commentary. She's even stopped with the endless cryptic posts. She's living in the moment and seems less emotional. Meri appears to be more herself out of a relationship. However, she may find love someday, just as the newly married Christine has. It's easy to root for Meri even though she's quite weak sometimes. She has trouble speaking out and fighting for her rights. She hangs her head instead. Nonetheless, she's not a bad person, and definitely doesn't deserve the emotional abuse that she's gotten. Kody qualified his "can't be in love with" comment, which was uttered on screen. He softened the blow by saying that he will always love Meri, but really, he just doesn't. Again, this is crystal clear. By adding this sort of disclaimer, he appears more kind-hearted. The truth is that he isn't nice. If he was, he wouldn't be putting these hurtful remarks in the public arena at all. Kody seems to say these things because he knows they will wound Meri. There's really no other reason to say aloud what's already understood. He added insult to injury, as well as a dose of self-pity, by saying that it was heartbreaking that he's unable to love Meri. How does he think this makes her feel? He knows exactly what he's doing. Kody's inability to stay quiet is a failing that he'll pay for later. They are parents together. Kody chose rudeness when Meri called him on their 32nd wedding anniversary. On that fateful day in April 2022, she picked up the phone, probably completely oblivious to the fact that Kody was going to unload on her instead of celebrating the milestone. The thing is, he didn't actually put her down during that call. He waited until they went out for dinner. When they were seated at the table, ostensibly to have a good time, Kody decided that it was the perfect moment to say, "I don't know why you even bothered to call and say happy anniversary, Meri." Meri talked about all this on screen, and it was very sad. However, by that point, she should have known better than to try. Kody kept twisting the knife like that so she'd finally get the message. Any other woman on earth would have understood long ago. While Kody seems like the monster here, Meri's obtuseness was a problem. This dinner date should never have happened. The phone call preceding it should never have happened. Kody interacts with Meri under duress. He doesn't want things to be any different. Meri misses some important cues sometimes. This time, it must have been hard for her to ignore the signals. However, they weren't the first signals that she received. At the dinner date from hell, Kody was in a particularly nasty frame of mind. Clearly, he would rather have been anywhere else. Perhaps his frustration over faking things with Meri was getting to him. He told Meri they were faking it and she denied it. This didn't really bode well for a fun night out. Things got more awkward when Kody told her he had zero desire to be in a relationship with his wife of 32 years. Off-screen, Meri's out of this mess, and thank God. As seen in Meri's recent Instagram post, she enjoyed a nice Thanksgiving, surrounded by people who care about her. Again, Kody and Meri's anniversary date should not have occurred. It was a disaster waiting to happen. Meri probably felt terrible for weeks after the nightmare event. Kody's chivalry was at an all-time low. He's not going to be throwing any coats over puddles for Meri. That's for sure. His plural marriage was dark ages old-fashioned, but his manners are, sadly, all too modern. Kody's concept of marital duty is, as always, all about Robyn. He wants her to respect him, and for that reason alone, he was putting up with Meri. It's almost unbelievable how many awful things Kody's said about Meri, who's such a mild-mannered woman on screen. However, there may be more to Meri than meets the eye. Paedon Brown, another controversial Sister Wives star, said that Meri was abusive to him and other Brown kids while they were growing up. Meri never directly addressed those allegations. Kody and Meri are a terrible match, and it's such a blessing that they've made a clean break. However, the events that unfolded during 18 sometimes grueling Sister Wives seasons cannot be forgotten. For the rest of their lives, Meri and Kody have to remember their horrible relationship. Hopefully, they can really put it behind them. Readers may wrap their heads around the complete quote, as shown below. I'm willing to fake being in love with Meri, doing my duties as a husband, sort of putting up with things that frustrate me so deeply that I struggle to be around her. If I need to for the sake of whatever, I don't know, I can fake through this. Kody has absolutely no class, the things he's saying are outrageous. When all the quotes are grouped together, it's madness. Luckily, one good thing came out of their deeply unfulfilling relationship. They share an adult child, Leon Brown, who's distanced themselves from the Brown family, in part because Kody was so unsupportive of their transition. Kody's trans child is brave, but he's a coward. What do you think about this video? Please told on comment box. Also subscribe our channel. Thanks for watching. The Reddit thread presented a justification of how Kody's disdain towards Meri started in the same year when she had a miscarriage and faced issues in conceiving. As per the chronology, Meri's catfishing took place at the end of 2014 and the beginning of 2015. So, if we calculate 7 years before this timeline, it would be 2008 or 2007. This clearly means Kody started to ignore Meri just after she wasn't able to have more children with him. Meri Brown's marriage was over way back. Her catfishing incident was the time when Kody stopped having any kind of intimate relationship with her. Hence, over the years, her bond was nothing more than a platonic friendship with Kody that she recently decided to end on Sister Wives. Amid all this, fans have started to wonder if Kody ended up abandoning Meri just because she couldn't have children with him. Apparently, critics have stated earlier as well that the major reason why their relationship couldn't work was because Meri only had a single child with Kody and couldn't have more. Fans were in shock as they felt that it was a gross thing to do. A user wrote, "Damn. How does he keep getting more and more awful?" Another one added, "Every time he hits rock bottom, he pulls out a new shovel." Someone further stated, "The offer to do IVF was a cruel maneuver on Kody's part." Though Kody hasn't ever admitted these accusations, fans are sure that this is the truth. They felt that he was capable of doing this and called him out because of the same. What do you think about this video? Please told on comment box. Also subscribe our channel. Thanks for watching this video. The ring, and she may be the reason why Kody melted it. Sister Wives, Robyn and Kody Brown's controversial vows. Aside from her suspicious behavior, some also mentioned their controversial vows. According to a Reddit user, Kody and Robyn had a covenant in which Kody vowed to never treat his wife like Meri and make her the head of the family.